Welcome to the Speak Out Home Practice session from Parkinson Voice Project. I'm Sarah. I'm a speech language pathologist and a certified Speak Out provider. Today's session topic is podcasts. Do you listen to a podcast? They've gotten very popular and there are many different ones to choose from. You can basically find a podcast on any topic that you're interested in. Join the chat for today's session. It's on the right. It'll ask you for your name and where you're from. I would be Sarah from Texas. And then if you see a banner at the bottom that says reconnect, go ahead and hit that. You should see all the images and the messages for today's session. So the Speak Out Therapy program, part of that is this daily practice, and the other part of that is working one-on-one with a speech therapist who is certified by Parkinson Voice Project to provide Speak Out therapy. Glad that you're here today, so let's get started with a smile with intent. Fantastic. Let's take a sip with intent. And swallow with intent. Thank you to all who joined Holiday Bingo. That was so wonderful. And those activities, they're actually great for any time of the year, not just the holidays. So keep it up, whether that's answering the phone with intent or greeting a friend with intent, because we do everything on purpose, right? Like that's how we're going to do the first exercise, the warm-up exercise. So stretch those syllables together and project them far in front of you with intent. May, me, my, mo, moo. Speak out. May, me, my, mo, moo. Speak out. May, me, my, mo, moo. Put it over the screen with intent. May, me, my, mo, moo. Last one, send it out there. May, me, my, mo, moo. Excellent. Take a sip with intent. And swallow with intent. The next exercise is the ah exercise. Open your mouth more than you think that you have to and send out that ah with intent. Ah. Envision your voice going really far out with intent. And start with more intent. Is your mouth open? Speak out. Last one, make it your best one. Wonderful. Take a sip with intent. And swallow with intent. Now that we've warmed up our voices and our ahs, we're going to use that in our glide, the next exercise. So we're going to speak out an ah, glide up, stop, speak out your ah again, and gliding down. We're using intent the entire time on this glide. With intent. Ah. Ah. Keep your mouth open, just like we do with the ahs. Speak out. Ah. Ah. Wonderful. Don't close your mouth too soon when you finish that glide, because then you're going to trap that sound in. So starting with intent, keeping your mouth open. Ah. Ah. Excellent. Now really stretch out that glide this time. And starting with intent, going down. So the glide does not get weaker as you go down, nice and strong from the beginning. Excellent work. So when you stretch it more, you're making it more difficult of an exercise. But if you're stretching it out, maintain the same intensity or the same intent the entire time. You can go through your day and practice that if you want to level up your glide. Let's take a sip with intent. And swallow with intent. It is time for counting. So we're connecting, projecting, and stretching these numbers. Let's focus on projecting. And again, just like the glide, you maintain the intent or that intensity the entire exercise. So no trailing off. Speak out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excellent. So we focused on maintaining intent. Now let's focus on stretching the numbers together. Stretch those numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Now let's use intent, have a high intensity, and stretch at the same time. From the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excellent work. Take a sip with intent. And swallow with intent. The topic for today is podcasts. As you can guess, I do love podcasts because podcasts are a great way to learn new things. Let's read about it. We're going to read each sentence 2 times, use more intent the second time, and emphasize the highlighted words. Speak out. Podcast listening is growing rapidly. No trailing off. Speak out more. Podcast listening is growing rapidly. Speak out. 73% of Americans have listened to a podcast. Speak out more. 73% of Americans have listened to a podcast. Speak out. More than 583 million people listened in 2025. Speak out more. More than 583 million people listened in 2025. Last sentence. 4.58 million podcasts were produced in 2025. Speak out. 4.58 million podcasts were produced in 2025. And take a sip with intent. And swallow with intent. With that many podcasts, then you can definitely find one on a topic that you would enjoy. Conversation exercise, answer the questions with intent. Have you listened to a podcast? Tell me with intent. And type with intent. So if you are a podcast listener, I'd love to see in the chat what of your favorite podcasts. I'd love to get some recommendations. If you are not, what topics would you listen to? So if you already do listen to a podcast, tell me what topics they cover. If you have not, what would you be interested in? If you need some ideas, I have some here. A lot of people listen to meditation podcasts or religious podcasts. There are current events or history podcasts, science podcasts, you name it, they've got it. So do you have a better idea? What you would like to listen to? If any of those sounded interesting, tell me which ones with intent. And here are just 3 that I came up with. So let's read them with intent. Hobbies, current events, Parkinson's education. So a lot of podcasts actually have a video component too. So you can watch them as well as listen to them. They used to just be more audio. But on YouTube, you can find a lot of Parkinson's education videos and podcasts. Lastly, tell me with intent, do you prefer TV, books, or podcasts? And type it with intent. Books are probably still my favorite. Take a sip with intent. Next exercise is Dr. Boon's words. Dr. Boon created this exercise for the muscles that you use when you start your swallow. We exercise that by emphasizing the highlighted sounds below, the G, NG, and the K. Speak out. Gu, la, gang, ga, ga. Gu, la, gang, ga, ga. Ku, ka, man, gu, ka. Ku, ka, man, gu, ka. Gangla, gangla. Ku, kla, Kukla. Well done. Take a sip with intent. And swallow with intent. It is time for the bonus reading. For the bonus reading, read the passage 2 times. Use more intent the second time. And emphasize the highlighted words, of course. If you're wondering, Sarah, this sounds great and all, but how do I listen to a podcast? Well, here you go. Let's read it with intent. Podcasts are available on many apps. You can listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Many listen while doing household chores or just relaxing. With more intent. Podcasts are available on many apps. You can listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Many listen while doing household chores or just relaxing. Thank you for joining me for today's Speak Out Home Practice session. Want to make sure that you know that Parkinson Voice Project recently celebrated 20 years. You can be part of the celebration by watching the recordings. Go ahead to our homepage and find the 20th anniversary recordings. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. That way you won't miss anything from Parkinson Voice Project. We have lots of educational resources and encouragements to use intent. Let's go into the rest of our day to speak, live, and listen to podcasts with intent.